It appears some steps are being taken already. Media reports have it that 500 policemen are to be stationed along the Abuja-Kaduna highway. A good development, and let's hope they have more strategies coming up. The next report we have looks at government's social investment program and then the debate over the ownership of the budget.
Vice President Yemi Osinbajo standing with some beneficiaries of the social intervention program at an event in Abuja. It's a program this lawmaker from the House of Representatives has sponsored a motion on. He says there is a need to appraise the modalities for implementing the program, as his constituents have not benefited from it.
I was also cognizant of the fact that the school feeding program has covered 7 states of the Federation, and there are no credible statistics as to how far the other elements have gone among the 36 states of the Federation.
Others appear to agree with him.
Mr. Speaker, it is my candid opinion that this project has failed and has failed woefully.
But Mr. Speaker, the way and manner this particular program has been implemented leaves much to be desired.
And we are talking about checking corruption in this country. Mr. Speaker, we are not ready. We are not checking any corruption. If anything, there's more corruption in the country today than ever. This program is not only in my state, and like my colleagues have said, it's not only in most states.
The chairman of the House Committee on Poverty Alleviation attempts a defense, but it does not help the matter.
All this implementation, more especially mostly the poor program, none of the members of including me as the chairman, was carried along. But in 2017, because of the intervention of the leadership, it was agreed that whatever they are going to do is going to be with the members of the participating of the National Assembly.
He should be giving us more information rather than destroying the entire fabric of that program by saying that he wasn't carried along. What is being carried along? We don't want to be carried along. We want to have a legal framework and a proper modality for implementing this program.
The House has mandated a joint committee to investigate the agency in charge of the social investment program on the disbursement of over 41 billion naira and also ensure that the programs are implemented in all federal constituencies. The committee is to submit a report in 2 weeks.
Thank you for taking your seat.
Later in the week, issues around the 2017 budget came up again. Deputy Senate Leader Bala Ibn Allah at Thursday's legislative proceedings raised a point of order on comments purportedly made by the acting president.
About 5 senators bombarded my office angrily, complaining about a statement allegedly credited to the acting president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, to the effect that the National Assembly does not possess any power to alter the budget submitted to it by the executive. What was alleged to have been said does not represent the spirit of the framers of our Constitution.
The Senate President had this to say on the point of order.
I'm sure that the acting president must have been misquoted because there's clearly no ambiguity in the Constitution of the responsibility. This matter has been cleared and settled. But I believe as responsible statesmen and leaders too, the time that we consult and do our best to make the work for the executive and assist them. But as we bend backwards, I don't think that should be misconstrued or misrepresented, that we believe that the powers given to us in the Constitution, we do not agree or do not exist.
Meanwhile, in the House of Representatives, the same matter is raised by a lawmaker who says his privilege has been breached by the alleged statement by the Vice President.
For somebody to come out and say that this particular House has no right to modify or alter, or rather it has introduced some other projects, I think that has tantamount to at least suppressing our powers as legislators, as enshrined in the Constitution.
The Speaker says he is not sure the statement was made by the Vice President. He, however, makes it clear that the House has the right to make laws and the appropriation bill is an act of the Parliament.
I don't think we should bother ourselves belaboring this issue at all. We all know where these powers are, and under our watch, there's no way this House will be a rubber stamp of any executive measures.
This contention over the powers of the National Assembly to alter any budgetary proposal has been a recurring issue between both arms of government. It appears this contention may continue till one arm seeks a definite interpretation from the third arm of government, the judiciary.
Now, the Petroleum Industry Bill is one bill that has spent a long time in the National Assembly, from the 6th Assembly to the 7th Assembly. Now it's with the 8th Assembly. Now, it passed a crucial stage in its journey through the House of Representatives this week. Here's the report.
During the week, the House of Representatives considered for second reading 3 bills seeking to reform the petroleum industry. Previous efforts to reform the industry in both the 6th and 7th Assemblies failed, and many are wondering if that will happen here again. The first bill, which seeks to provide a governance framework for the industry, was barely called when a point of order was raised, asking that in line with the rules of the House, the 3 bills be consolidated. The Speaker replied with this explanation.
If we don't separate them, the Senate doesn't have one bill covering everything. So we'll run into the difficulties of harmonizing our position and having the same bill been worked upon by the entire National Assembly to be sent to the President.
This lawmaker still made an appeal.
If we have to go the way we are going, it is difficult for us. It will be difficult for us to achieve what we want to achieve with the Petroleum Industry Bill.
The House, however, put that aside and went ahead with the debate, with most lawmakers in support of the bill.
Why are Nigerians interested in having a one-stop shop for the oil and gas sector? Because half of our laws are already outdated, and more so, the world is moving towards the gas sector, and there are no relevant laws which will enable the effective exploration of our gas developments.
A national oil company that would sell shares to individuals, very few individuals, I think contradicts Section 16, subsection 1 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
The bill was then put to a vote.
Those in favor of the motion say aye. Those against it say nay. The ayes have it.
The next bill is on a framework relating to petroleum-producing host communities' participation, an aspect that was contentious in the last Assembly. After a short debate, it was put for a vote.
Those in favor of the motion say aye. Those against it say nay. The ayes have it.
The last bill is on the establishment of the legal and regulatory framework for operating in the upstream and downstream sectors of the oil industry.
One thing that really makes me very happy about it is also the fact that it will become illegal to employ foreigners for certain skills that can be sourced locally. Some of the issues that the PIB bill tends to cure is what Nigeria loses on a daily basis from our crude production.
The 3 bills have been referred to a special ad hoc committee for further legislative scrutiny. The committee is being chaired by the Chief Whip of the House, Representative Ado Dagua.